Steven Levy, the author of In the Plex, How Google Thinks, Works and Shapes Our Life. Steven, welcome to TechCrunch TV.
It's my pleasure.
Steven, do we really need another book about Google?
Well, I think you needed this one. That's what I felt. When I started covering Google, I knew right away it was a fascinating company, but by the time I was clear of the book I was working on then, there were already a couple books, and this was in the IPO era going there, and I thought, well, that's it for now. But I went on this trip with young Googlers in 2007. These were supposed to be the future leaders of Google, and Marissa Mayer takes them on a trip around the world to visit different international offices. And I spent 24/7 with these people. We went literally from Beijing, Tokyo, Bangalore, Israel, and being with them for 2 weeks showed me there was something inside the company that no one was really getting. I was covering it a lot, and I wasn't learning all this. So I thought, this is a book that could be written from the inside of Google and really present something that shows the unique aspect of this company and how it's synced to the internet and what its leaders are like. So I thought, if I can get permission to do this, this would be something unique and valuable. And they said, okay, and I did it.
So what are you saying in this book, or what are you showing in this book that no one has shown before?
I think I'm showing how a company rises and piggybacks to the internet, and also to other developments in technology like artificial intelligence. Google is an AI company as big as anything else, and to change lives there. And the personalities of its products are as distinctive as the personalities of its founders. So I did a biography of the search engine in there, and I hope to tell more about how that works than has ever been exposed before. How the data centers were set up. People don't know this stuff. So by really immersing myself into the Google culture and talking to all the people there, I was able to tell the behind-the-scenes stories that I think weren't just only interesting in the sense that this is an interesting company, but reflected a little bit about the era we live in.
How does Google think?
Google thinks like the internet thinks. Things have to be fast. You have to get them right away. Things have to scale. You have to be able to get massive audiences, massive attention without much stuff going on, individually, working one-on-one behind the scenes. And Google is super ambitious. Big, hairy, audacious goals. That's what it's all about.
Larry Page epitomizes that, right?
Absolutely. When Larry became the CEO again, and it was announced in January, and they said it was going to happen on April 4th. Actually, it happened on January 20th, the day it was announced. That really didn't change all that much at Google in a sense, though Larry's making big changes, because Larry's vision really has been Google's vision. And they've been channeling Larry all along for the core values of Google.
What is so interesting about having big, hairy, audacious goals?
Well, one interesting thing is that it's never been as easy as it is now to make those things happen. We're on a technology platform that makes things like the Google search engine possible, whereas in previous generations you couldn't have done something like that. And also things like the Google moonshot of digitizing the world's books and making them available in an instant. There's some legal problems with that. And the cars that drive themselves there. So I think that ambition meets the proper time to make things happen there. But people don't think that way. A lot of people are just locked into the idea of can't do, can't do, can't do. So the people who founded Google had to be young enough not to be polluted with the we can't do this spirit of the companies that came before them.
Do you think Eric Schmidt lost the ability to have big, hairy, audacious goals?
I don't think so. I think that Eric, when Eric came on there, he knew that he was not going to be a conventional CEO to single-handedly direct where that company was going. And he valued the goals of Larry and Sergey. He did feel that in certain instances, he needed to be a brake to what they wanted to do. Saying, well, not now, Larry and Sergey, not now. For instance, they wanted to do a browser really early on. And Eric kept saying, it's not time yet. He was terrified that Microsoft would realize how well Google was doing and he didn't want to moon the giant, as he said there. But I think that he bought on and was excited by some of the big goals they had.